Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We are on episode 49. The last time I actually juiced and recorded was March 15th. It is March 20th, guys. So I have missed you all. Don't know if you've missed me, but I hope you have. So many things have happened in 5 days. And the most exciting thing to me that's happened is I'm here, you're here, and we're all here. I listened to my son on his let's see, Mixcloud Stronger Than Coffee show. He uploaded one on Saturday, and I tell you what, while I was cooking dinner on yesterday, I listened to it. I just love listening to him. And that's where I get that I'm here, you're here, we're here. But most of all, our Father is here with us. So, good morning, everybody. I am so happy to be juicing today. We're going to do, of course, it's greens on Monday. So, we're going to do a baby bok chow, pears, and lemon juice today. I don't have a lot to talk about, but I do have, well, it's not that I do have, but I'm excited and I am still unpacking. I still have boxes that I have not unpacked, and we've been here since September 28th, and I am still unpacking. But I think it's so much fun. I don't know about you, but I had packed up some things in my house a year before we found this house. And so, because I always knew we were going to move. And I opened up one of those boxes today, and I tell you what, it was like Christmas because my sister who had passed, my brother in law allowed me to move and empty out their old house before they had moved. And so there were some things that he allowed me to take that I found, and it was an emotional time for me, and I was just excited about it. I want to say to y'all too, in your journey with God, don't allow death to derail you. And I don't know, because I asked the Lord, I said, what are we going to talk about today? I went to lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it, on Saturday with a group of friends, all different personalities, but we all love God. And that was our common denominator there. And it was a beautiful fellowship. And one of the things that I observed, all of us had dealt with death. One of my friends that was there, her mom died when she was 12 years old. And it is still, it there's that place to be able to connect with her mom or just have a mother figure. It was just amazing to see how each person has dealt with death. Then another lady that was there, her mom died in November of 2022. And so, and she even talked about it. So I guess the conversation maybe today, I don't know, is how do you deal with grief? How do you deal with death? I think for me, though I can only speak from my experience because I have one of my sisters whose son was killed. And that was, oh my God, that was a devastating thing for our entire family because that type of death is so unexpected. You're going about your day and then you get a call. And so that for her, she had to find her way and still finding her way. And there are certain times of year that that spirit of grief and sadness will come on her. But I found when my mom died, and my mom was the first woman, female in our family that had died in 68 years. A lot of the men had passed, but my mom was the first for us. And so when my mom passed, my relationship with God is what stabilizes me. That's the only way I can put it. The more time I spend with him, it's like he comes. He has that those seven spirits that are spoken of in the book of Isaiah that talks about he is a wonderful counselor. He's a mighty God. He's the Prince of Peace. He's the everlasting Father. Um, and so when we connect with him, we have to learn immediately. And I know this sounds strange, but I'm telling you, you have to immediately, as soon as you hear any type of news, and especially death, it is the end of a season of you and that person being together. And so you have to immediately, Once you get the information, you have to pull yourself back enough just for a few minutes and say, God, help me. That may be all you know to say. But in doing that, I want to tell y'all, it gives you strength. His strength becomes even more prevalent in the moments, in the days. And even when my sister died, my brother in law chose to ask me to come. He didn't want my other sisters to come at the time, and my nieces. He did not want that. He wanted me to come so that he could. He's he just he was a supervisor on his job, so he handled my sister's death like that. I think that was all that he could go to. And so he delegated, and he delegated authority to me. You're going to be the one to talk to your family. You're going to be the one to make certain decisions. You're going to be the one that can go in and out of the house. Here's the key. You are going to be that person that I trust to protect me and to protect the rest of y'all in my time of grieving, the shock of it. And so everybody deals with it differently. And I think one of the things that maybe I should speak on too is in death, that's when families either come closer together or families separate. Because I think there's something about position of authority or money involved or things that were not resolved in a family, that person died and now you have to deal with all of that. Don't know where I'm going this way today, guys, but I know somebody out there, you might be dealing with grief, or you may have never dealt with the grief of a loved one. You never allowed yourself to cry about it. You never allowed yourself to be angry about it. You never allowed all of the emotions that death brings. You never allowed yourself to go full in with it. Maybe today is your day. Maybe today is the day that you really need to release all of it, all of the anger that you may have, because everybody that passes, we want to say great things about them at their homegoing, but everybody that passes were not a good fit, or they were not positive people. So we have to learn to process all of that. A lot of people are just struggling with, how do I process this? And the best way I can tell you is cast your cares upon God, because he cares for you. Whether they were good parents, good relatives, whether they were bad, whether they were in the street, whether they were wealthy, whether they were intelligent, whether they had special needs, whatever it is, whatever it is, you are going to cry. I promise you, the shock of it. You may even scream to the top of your voice with the unexpected news. But I want to tell you, get your composure. Talk to Father God, Daddy, Daddy God. Talk to him. Spirit of truth, call him in. Let him be your senior partner. Let him be your senior pastor. Let him comfort you in this season. But by all means, remove the stress of that off of you. Put it in its proper place. It may take you a few days. It may take you a few months. It may take you a couple of years. But what one thing you can't do, you can't change what has happened. And you have your life to live. And I'll tell you, the enemy always, sometimes, well, I won't say always, but I've watched him use death to bring division in families, to bring a spirit of depression in, because people feel guilty. And especially if it's the death of a child, people feel guilty. It's like, what did I do wrong? It's none of that. It's none of that. There are things in life that we have to accept. It is what it is. And we must accept it in order for us to go on with our life, because God is calling us to fulfill our purpose, to fulfill the thing that he placed us in the earth to do with that grief, with that death. We still must go on. We still must push in. So, you know, every day there are things that we must do, right? And I'm not going to be before you all too much longer, But there are things that we must do every day to help us with whatever the day brings. Whatever the day brings. We must renew our mind. We renew our mind by reading God's word. We must strengthen our faith. We apply the word in prayer. We speak the word over ourselves because faith comes by hearing and hearing by God's word. So if we speak the word over ourselves out loud, God didn't give us a spirit of fear. And certainly, if He didn't give us a spirit of fear, then He did not give us a spirit of grief where we will grieve for the rest of our lives over the death of a loved one. We must give ourselves time, but then there comes a time when we have to say, I've got to let them go. Because if I don't let them go, then I won't live my best life. And I will keep rehearsing all of the things that led up to it that maybe you could have prevented it. No, 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 no. Let's renew our minds so that we can be whole, so that we can get back in life and we can engage in life and we can focus. Because I don't believe that the loved one that passed or the friend that passed or the person that was so dear to us that went on, I don't believe that they want us to live our lives grieving over their passing, because one day all of us will have to go that way and we have to be ready. And I believe that our walk with God is what readies us for whatever comes, because mm, He is with us. God is with us. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Whether it's the shadow of death or death, He is with us. Mm. We clarify our vision, and that's again. See, we're doing things for ourselves. We gotta pick ourselves back up now. Yeah, there are things that we have to take care of, especially if in death, if that first few months, there are things that have to be taken care of. But you still got to get your life back. And if you didn't have a life that you were really engaged in before that person passed on and transitioned, then you need to find out, who are you? We must affirm our new identity. We speak only what the Word of God says about us. So if the Word of God says that you are healed, you are whole, that means that you're healed in your mind, you're whole in your mind, your heart. You take all of those things and you lay them at the cross, right? And then when I kneel down at the cross, these are the things that you do. You renew your mind, you strengthen your faith, you clarify your vision, and you affirm your new identity. So, that was a question that was at the table when I was at lunch with my friends. It was, what do you bring to the table? Are you bringing your grief to the table and that's all you talk about? Are you bringing your problem to the table and that's all you talk about? Are you bringing you, but the part of you that is the successful part, the good part? You don't do nothing wrong. Is that what you're bringing to the table? Or are you bringing the part of you that will help build somebody else up and you get built up in the process? That's what fellowshipping together with friends is all about. It's a good thing. And I tell y'all what, I had a fabulous time. And we laughed over a bottle of, what is that? Is it Perugino or Pellegrino? One of those waters, but it was the water with the carbonation. And the young lady that was there, she told us, she said, for those of you who don't drink wine, she said, this will also take care of the fatty food that we're eating in this restaurant. And we had 2 bottles of that water because it was really, it just, the bubbles, I think, just made it all fun. And the waiter brought wine glasses, and it was just a beautiful time of fellowshipping, but seeing our individual strengths as well as our individual weaknesses, and we still loved on each other. So for those of you who don't have somebody that you can fellowship with like that, you need to open yourself up a little bit more, because sometimes it's not your brothers and sisters. It may be somebody that you've met on your journey in this life. But whatever you do, have you a good support team or support system around you, and you got to know who loves you and who's just tolerating you in all of that, right? So that's the yin and yang, or the good and the bad, or the positive side and the negative side. But you know what? Even in life, we need it all. We need sunshine and we need rain, because then we won't grow if we don't. So today we're going to do this bok choy, and it's baby bok chow, Choy. And I'm going to get one because I bought them this weekend. I went shopping for my family meal, and I thought, you know what? My husband and I love the stir fry with the bok choy. And so when you do juice this, because it has wonderful benefits, but that's what it looks like. It's a beautiful little, it looks like, almost looks like at the bottom like a tulip bulb, but that's what it looks like. You have to cut it and you have to go inside of each leaf of it, because inside at the very bottom is a lot of dirt in there. So you have to wash that, cut it off, and wash it out really, really good. I'm going to leave that there for now. But I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all the benefits of the bok chow, the pears, and I'm going to do a lemon in it because I do like the citrusy part of the lemon in the green juices. Oh, I have a new friend. I got my Nama juicer. I'm not using the Nama juicer today because I want to say to you, I'll do it on Fridays or maybe on Saturdays and record it. But I use it, and I did record a session with you for you all. But I decided, because I wasn't really familiar with the juicer. I haven't taken the time to get acclimated to it. I do like it, but I will say you have to chop up the fruits and vegetables. And for me, time wise, it's not a good fit for me to use it on the show every day. The Breville, if I do have to prep anything, I just have to wash the fruits and vegetables. If they go in the hopper, that hopper is pretty big. I think that hopper opening, it looks like about 3.5 inches. And I use my fingers because I work with fabric, so I know how to measure. Like from the top of your baby finger to that first crease is 1 inch. If you don't believe me, y'all should try it out. Okay. But anyway, I do have the Nama. I'm going to put it aside. It's an amazing machine. I did enjoy the juice because I made a carrot apple, I believe. And I love how you put it together. I do love that it has compartments that close off the juice while it's being, the juice is making the juice. And then you can open it and put however much. You can do it in a glass, or you can just put it in the pitcher, because the pitcher comes with recipes. It is a really nice juicer, but again, it's not something that I can use every day, and especially for the juice show, because we cover other things. I'm just going to put that aside. I don't know if y'all can see me. Hey guys. But I want to say, guys, love yourself. Whatever processes that you are in life, love yourself through it. Care for yourself, care for your mental health. And you know, when we juice, when we eat clean, um, it really helps us. It really, really, really helps us to be able to make wise decisions, good decisions, but also in our reading and in our time with God, that's going to help us as well. So, going on, the pears. We have bok choy and pears. These are the benefits of the bok choy, which I was amazed. I really was when I read it. Bok choy. It is full of phytonutrients. It has carotene A, carotene B. It has lutein. It has uh, zeaxanthin, thin. Zeaxanthin. I guess that's how you pronounce it. But it has vitamins A, B1, B2, B3, B6. So you're getting almost all of your B vitamins in there. It has the folate in it, which is um, folate is B9, I believe. It may be B6, but B9. It has pantothenic acid, has vitamin C and vitamin K. Look at all the vitamins that you're getting in just the bok chow. The minerals in it is calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, and zinc. The other benefits of it, and I love it, And one of the problems with it, though, is that if you have thyroid problems, bok chow is not a good fit for you. So, that's why you make sure that you get your seaweed. Go to the description box in this video and you can order your seaweed from there. Thank you all out there for subscribing. I'm telling you what, when I looked at the numbers, I was so blessed. And I thank you all for believing in me and wanting to hear whatever it is that I have to say, because I'm telling you what, even when I talk about anything, any subject, I get text from people that, that know me personally, and they tell me, they encourage me and say, keep doing what you're doing. You bless me today. Even I sent out a text the other day and it was Bugs Bunny and they said, good morning. And somebody texted me back and immediately and said, I can hear you in my head saying, good morning. And so that tickled me because I knew exactly what they were saying. So that's my tagline, y'all. So bok choy reduces high blood pressure. Bok choy is a good source of magnesium, calcium, potassium, three minerals that can help lower blood pressure: magnesium, calcium, and potassium. So, I tell you what, I got my husband and I some calcium chocolate, or with vitamin D3, calcium, and magnesium. And so funny. But I I thought I read all of the ingredients and it had sugar in it. And when I ate the piece, I ate it before bedtime and I felt it in my system. And so my husband can have it. He doesn't have a problem with sugar in his body. But I really like taking supplements that will help boost up my mineral and vitamin intake, because we all need it as we age. But it reduces high blood pressure. So those three good sources that bok choy has, again, is potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Bone health, bok choy is a great source of vitamin K with calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium, again, required for strong, healthy bones. And so we stir fry this. This is one of the vegetables that we discovered that we both really like. It has a crunch to it. It has the greens on it, and it's just really good. It's good for eye health. It's like our friend carrots. Bok choy is also a high source of beta carotene, the plant pigment that is turned into vitamin A in the body. So this beta carotene turns into vitamin A once it enters into the body. I love learning. Carrots are considered a vegetable good for our eyes, and this is mainly because of the high vitamin A contents of carrots. Vitamin A plays an essential role in maintaining a clear cornea, the outside covering of the eye, and is also needed to construct rhodopsin, rhodopsin, the protein that allows us to see when it's darker. Additionally, studies show that there is a connection between diets rich in vitamin A and reduced risk of age-related macular degeneration and cataracts. So, vitamin A, y'all know I can go on a tangent about stuff, but I've heard people say, because of whatever reason, they don't believe that God was so good to us that he thought everything out, right? He thought it all out. He put all the foods in the earth first before he put man in the earth. A lot of us think, oh, he put man in the earth to take care of the earth. No, no, because if man wasn't here, he still put those fruits and vegetables here for whatever living thing that he put in the earth. And his main interest right now, and ever has forever been, is the human being or mankind. How about that? Because some people, on a technical term, they want to spiritualize the human or the man or mankind. And so I don't get into those kind of conversations, because I just know that I'm human. Have needs. I need fruits and vegetables, and God made me. And so that's how I process. I don't like getting into a lot of debates or discussions about stuff that's meaningless, because I still, at the end of the day, I still have my life to live. I still have some goals that I'm trying to reach, and I still have a lot of things that I need to um, consider, be concerned about, and take care of. What about you? Mm. It's anti-cancer. Bok choy is a member of the cruciferous vegetable family, a family of vegetables high in phytonutrients that help protect us from cancer. Some other members of the cruciferous family include arugula, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, collard greens, kale, and watercress. All of those vegetables kill cancer cells. Don't you just love him? I do. It helps with healthy skin. Bok choy is a great source of carotenoid, phytonutrients, and a good source of vitamin C, two nutrients important to overall skin health. Research that was published in the European Journal of Pharmaceutics and Biopharmaceutics revealed that diets high in carotenoids, such as beta carotene and other carotenes found in bok choy, can help prevent premature skin aging, cell damage, and other skin diseases. Vitamin C is crucial to healthy skin. Without it, the body cannot synthesize collagen, the elasticated material that keeps our skin young and supple. And I'm telling y'all what, I will be 66 years old in 2 months, right? And I am realizing the aging process, and that's why we get together as friends too, and family, because if you have somebody older, that older person should be telling you what to expect. Girl, stuff gonna start sagging, then we need to increase our um our vitamin C intake, and eating foods, those cruciferous vegetables. Didn't know it, put it in a salad or juicing it like we are doing today. It has anti-inflammatory properties. Those cruciferous vegetables, such as, again, broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, contains numerous antioxidants which help reduce inflammation within the cells in your body. And you know, we've discussed that before. There are billions of cells in the body, and those cells have to connect. And if they are damaged, then they are called free radicals. Those free radicals will then they get upset and they want to attach themselves to other healthy cells, and then it's just down the hill from there. But what we're doing when we juice, and I hope that y'all, even though we're not juicing together, I hope that you all are still juicing without me. Go to the other videos if you're like, I need somebody to encourage me. I need somebody there to that I can they encourage me to stay on top of juicing. Go back to the other videos and continue to juice, because we all have things that we have to do. And I'm going to tell y'all what, I have caught up so much just from juicing or recording the show 2 days a week. I'm telling y'all, we put out lots and lots of work last week. And so I love you all, and I love juicing, and I know it's something that I have to do for my health. And that's why I'll juice enough so that I can freeze it and have it on the days that I'm not able to juice. But please, by all means, don't invest money in a piece of machinery and then you're not going to use it. Okay? Once One such group of antioxidants, which is those cruciferous vegetables, is known as glucosinolates, which are known to reduce inflammation and a variety of cancers that can result from such inflammation. The process, guys: poor diet, free radicals, inflammation, and then degenerative diseases. Whatever it is that your doctor has diagnosed you with, that's considered a degenerative disease. So again, think about it. Think about all the things that you've eaten over the years that you just overindulged in, or whether it be alcohol or drugs or cigarettes or poor food choices, eating out a lot of fast foods. And I'm telling you, it'll show. It always shows up. We can lie to ourselves about it, but it really does show up. I had I I had fried fish, and I can have fried fish, but I can't have it like twice, 2 or 3 times a week. That doesn't make sense. But it's convenient, it's a quick food, and I like it. But you know what? It's showing up on my body. So now, today, I started walking. And I thought, you know what? Take care of your health. And it felt good to walk too. That blood circulating in I could feel it once I stopped. And I was like, good gracious, that feels good. So I want to tell y'all, I'm not here to tell you you can't eat certain things. But I am telling you that we must do everything in moderation except juicing and eating clean. Eat clean, guys. Eat clean 90% of the time. That 10%, that's a once a month thing. That's a once a month thing. And some of the stuff, once you stop, you don't even want to go back to it. Isn't that the truth? All right. It is an immune system booster. Isothiocyanates and indoles, two prominent phytonutrients in bok choy or bok chow, have been shown to study, published in the Annals of Nutrition and Metabolism, found that, excuse me, vitamin C can help shorten the duration and reduce the symptoms of respiratory tract infections like the common cold. Bok choy or cruciferous vegetables. Go figure. I'm learning. B6 is essential for supporting biochemical reactions within the immune system. Low levels of B6 are associated with a weak immune system. That's why I tell y'all, get your vitamin B. There's a vitamin that I take, and I'll have to go off the camera to show it to you. I'll put it in the description box, but I do a vitamin called Be Healthy. And I tell y'all what, I see a difference in my body once I started taking it. Um, Low levels of this vitamin B6 are associated with a weak immune system, so make sure to enjoy leafy green vegetables like bok choy regularly to maintain healthy B6 levels. Now, there are side effects to this, and that is because if you're having hyperthyroidism, then bok choy is not something, and I believe it is also the cruciferous vegetables. Yeah, it says to talk to your doctor before you partake of the cruciferous vegetables. So then you may have to eat another type of vegetable like lettuce. I don't know what others. Cucumbers. Yeah, cucumbers. And what else did I buy yesterday to have for dinner this week? Squash. Different types of squash. Those are vegetables. So you can, just because you can't have the leafy vegetables, doesn't mean that you have to disregard all vegetables. When you fix your dinner, slice up some celery or get you some almond butter and put that almond butter on your celery. Or one of the things that I am going to do is make almond milk with that Nama juicer. That is one thing that I am going to do. So we're going to move on and we're going to do pears. And let's see the benefits of pears. And there's a recipe in here too that I think I'm going to try when I do my birthday party this year. The proven benefits of pears. So that means lots of research is done on this, and that's what I love about it. For those people that are out there that don't think that those who do nutritionists are, not educated, it's a lot of research being done in the field of nutrition. And I want to tell y'all something. Nutritionists are some of the baddest people on the planet to me because they're not pumping pills to you, but what they are saying is, here, take a dose of what God left for you and see how you like me now. That's what I love about God. All right, benefits of pears. Pears improve kidney health. Didn't know that. Eating pear fruits is extremely good for the health of your kidneys. Pears are low in sodium, so incorporating them into your diet can prevent kidney disease. People suffering with kidney disease lose the ability to balance sodium and water in the bodies. Therefore, having a low sodium diet is essential to prevent yourself from dialysis and recovery. One study proved that pears could help protect patients from kidney stones because of their high malic acid. Now listen at this. Remember, those of you who are oxalic acid or have those oxalates acid or oxalates in your bloodstream, then guess what? You can counteract that with pears. See, our other research on the pears, it was it didn't give the details. So today, Spirit of Truth said, listen, this is what I say to him in the morning when I'm praying. Spirit of Truth, because I love being silly. So anyway, the Spirit of Truth said, go a little bit deeper with the pears so you can share with the people, okay? Pears may improve gut health. Pears are a rich source of soluble and insoluble fiber, which are critical for the health of your digestive system. Each pear fruit contains 6 grams of fiber, and that's 22% of your daily need. These fibers work by bulking up and softening your stool, feeding the healthy bacteria in your gut also. These prebiotics promote healthy growth for your body over the ages and boost your immunity. So, prebiotics, probiotics, all right? So it's helping you build your immune system and your gut health up, even if you have to take antibiotics, all right? For those of you who still do that. Let's see. It's an excellent source of fiber along with fructose and sorbitol. This combination of nutrients in pears improves the health of your gut and prevents constipation. So that is in eating a pear, right? Rich source of plant compounds. The green color of a pear is given to it by the plant compounds it contains. These compounds are also beneficial for you. These compounds are known for improving health and strengthening your blood vessels. That's why I love God. He is so brilliant. He and the Spirit of Truth, how they tag team on making sure that we are okay. Because, if you go in Genesis, it says that the Spirit of God hovered over the face of the deep, meaning because the earth was without form and void. It wasn't there. And so they said, you know what? I need some company. I need some people. Let's make them in our image and in our likeness. And so in doing so, he sent out the Spirit of Truth. Isn't that what the Spirit of Truth does? He says, howbeit, when the Spirit of Truth is come, he will lead you into all truth, and he will show you things to come. So we saw him showing God, okay, I've scouted out the land. Let's do this. Boom. We need some light out here. Let's get rid of this darkness. That's what he does in our personal life. When we accept Jesus as our Lord and Savior, then the Spirit of Truth comes on board and he says, oh, wait a minute. There's some darkness there. There's darkness in your life, in your mind, in your heart, maybe from people around you, that the Spirit of Truth says, let's turn the light on in there. Let's get all of this darkness. Let's get this depression off of you. Let's get this sadness off of you. Let's get this grief off of you. That's what the Spirit of Truth comes to do. And so that's why I do these episodes. That's why we juice, because juicing helps us to get our gut health better. And when we get our gut health better, then our mental health will be better. Sometimes people go into a deep state of depression because it's something that they're putting in their body. And that's what we're trying to find out. What is it that we're eating? What is it that we're doing that's causing us to feel the way we do? What we call a stinky mood, a funky mood. Why are they always like that? They have all of this negative energy. You can feel it. Sometimes people try to mask it, but you can still feel it. I'm telling y'all what, I've seen so much since the Lord blessed my husband and I with the house that we're in. I think sometimes people like when you are low and you live in poverty because it makes them feel comfortable with you. But there are times when you are in pursuit of God. I'm telling y'all, when you are in pursuit of God, because I told y'all this before, he says, draw nigh to me, I'll draw nigh to you. He said, when I will reward those who diligently seek me. He's all I have. I don't have education. I don't have a lot of money. And I'm glad I don't. You know why? Because it pushes me in his face. It keeps me coming to him, even after he blessed us with this. But one thing that I found out, everybody is not happy for you. I don't care how much they smile. Everybody is not happy. As you begin to walk in what God intended for you from the foundation of the world, he just wants you to align yourself and get in contact with him so he can say, okay, let's turn the light on. Spirit of truth, come on, turn that light on in their life so that they can see what I have for them. And then you won't be upset with other people as God bless their life. I know. Let's keep on with the pears, guys. Pears also have, these compounds are also beneficial for you with the anthocyanins. The most common pears are in India, and these pears improve, they're the most common pears in India are green. So these are the pears that we eat. I think they're called Anjou or Dianjou. I don't really know the actual name for the green pear. Maybe y'all do. Anjou pears? Anjou pears? Okay. But it helps with strengthening the blood vessel. So that means that if the vessel is strengthened, then the rest of the blood can flow through very well. They are essential for eye health. So we're getting a double whammy here with the pears and the bok chow. These compounds collect in your retina to prevent blindness and other eye diseases. They also slow down the process of deterioration of your vision. This is in, so this green juice that we're doing today is excellent for people who are having eye problems. So I'm going to make sure that I upload this one today, but I'm going to send it out to two people that I know who are having problems with their eyes. You know, when we want better, when we know better, we'll do better. When we know better, we'll do better. All right. I used to tell my kids that when you know better, you'll do better. Evidently, you don't know to behave yourself. Maybe I didn't pop those legs enough, or maybe I didn't give you enough information for you to live this out. A lot of parents, we just assume that our kids know, and then we beat them half to death. I did use that word. But because we lack knowledge, then of course they're going to lack knowledge, and then they're going to go through life tripping up because we didn't give them enough information. I'm gonna stop right there. Anti-cancer effects. Again, it is the anthocyanins and cinnamic acid contents in pears that fight cancer. They also protect against stomach, lung, and bladder cancer. In addition, pears are rich in flavonoid antioxidants that help protect against breast and ovarian cancer, making them a necessary addition to the diet. I just love him. Father, thank you for what you did for us. It lowers the risk of diabetes and primarily type 2 diabetes. Since pears are rich in anthocyanins and fiber, they help prevent diabetes and benefit people with diabetes. Eating 5 or more pears a week can lower your chances of suffering from diabetes greatly due to the anthocyanin content. In addition, the fiber content slows down digestion, allowing your body to take a longer break to break down your food and absorb carbs. This fiber content regulates blood sugar levels, and the pear peels have anti-inflammatory properties as well. It helps maintain heart health. The procyanidin antioxidants in pears can stiffen the heart tissue. In addition, eating pear fruits can also lower bad cholesterol, which is that LDL, and increases the HDL, which is a good cholesterol. Pears peels contain an antioxidant called quercetin. Now, guys, you know, I could laugh because this when I had the sinus problem, I had quercetin because it's what my doctor recommended that I take when I had COVID, right? Because I wasn't gonna take any synthetic drugs. So check this out. Pear skin has the quercetin in it, reducing the pear skin with the pear today. Go figure. But I love how the Spirit of God works, right? Quercetin, it's in the pear skin. The pears, you can eat 5 pears a week and it will help regulate your blood sugar. It will help. It will help type 2 diabetes. I'm telling y'all, get to know God. Get to know him in every aspect of your life because he is one of the most amazing people that you can ever invite to come and live with you. Yeah, yeah. Because he'll open you up to a whole new world, and the enemy won't be able to sneak in with depression, with sickness, with lies, telling you that you'll never be nothing. You can't listen to it. You push past. You push past all of the negativity and you push into God. Even when you first start serving God, people ask you ridiculous questions. Ridiculous ones like, well, why was Cain marked with that mark and people whatever. I was asked that question and I felt stupid because I didn't know the answer. Well, that's like asking a baby, how did you come into the world? It's the same thing. All right, guys. I just saw somebody come in my yard, but it's UPS. He's bringing something. I like packages. All right. Pears aid in weight loss. Um, Hold on, no. Let me go back to this maintaining heart health. It reduces the inflammatory levels and helps prevent heart diseases by controlling blood pressure and cholesterol levels. Having a regular intake of pears has also been shown to lower risk of strokes. Holy Spirit. Spirit of truth. Pears aid in weight loss. Hence, okay, so pears are low in calories and high in water and fiber. Eating pears can make you feel full, making them perfect weight loss foods. For example, a study conducted over 12 weeks, 40 adults lost about 1.1 inches off their waist circumference just by eating 2 pears a day. Another 10-week study proved that women who eat 3 pears a day could lose an average of 0.84 kilograms in 3 weeks. 3 pears a day. So that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so this is it's good for your weight loss, good for skin, good for acid reflux. All right. So there's a recipe here, and I'm gonna go over it right quick. I may put the picture, but it's actually baked pears. And this you find this on healthifyme.com. Healthifyme.com. And this is a pear recipe, but they bake the pears, they sprinkle a little bit of honey, cinnamon, and then soaked they soaked oats, and then I think they may have mixed all of that together, but then they poured that over the pears, and I'm gonna fix that this one day this week. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that looks really, really good. It's almost like a poached pear. So guys, I think I have given you all enough information for today. But again, those of you that are dealing with grief, I pray your strength. I pray that God strengthens your mind and strengthens you in your emotions, and he comforts your heart, because that's who he is. He is our comforter. He is the wonderful counselor. He is the mighty God. He is the Prince of Peace. He is the everlasting Father. And so know that he loves you. He cares about you. But he needs you to come and just sit with him and tell him. You remember that song, Have a Little Talk with Jesus. Tell him all about our troubles. He'll hear our faintest cry. He'll answer by and by. Feel the little prayer wheel turning. Know that the fire's burning. Have a little talk with Jesus makes it right, right. Have a little talk with Jesus makes it right. It's the God knows truth. I love you all. I love you. So let's make this bok choy pear lemon juice, all right? Bok choy, bok chow. Again, I am going to use a Breville juicer, because for me, and I know that when I did all of that talking, I could have been cutting up the ingredients, but still, somebody else would have had to been here with me to cut up the ingredients to put in the Nama juicer. I like the Nama juicer, but I also like my Breville. And so I am very fully acclimated with the Breville juicer. And so it's my go-to juicer. But hopefully our next Friends on Friday, don't know what it'll be and don't even know who'll be here for the Friends on Friday, but we will use that juicer, because I will let my guests do the talking and I will prep the fruits and vegetables. How about that? All right, let's juice this, guys. So I'm juicing 3 pears. And now I'm going to put the lemons in. And I want to say to y'all this too. When I did juice and record with the Nama, you can't hear anything. You cannot hear the juicer at all. At all. There's no muffle sound. There's no nothing when I juice and record it with the Nama. So that is one of the um, top benefits. And once I get through this heavy workload, I probably will prep my fruits and my vegetables when I come in at night and then do the juicing show. And that may help me to move forward with using the Nama a little bit more than the Breville. Go in the description box. I haven't loaded the Nama in, but you can go to, I think it's nama.com or namajuicer.com. It's a very, very nice juicer. And I want to say to you all, love yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself. I'm going to go ahead and put this, I'm going to put, I know, I'm going to put some bok choy in, and then I'll do the lemons. Look at that. That's a pretty, I'm going to put that lemon on the top. Woo. Did y'all see that dark green juice that came from that bok chow? That's pretty. Oh, it smells yummy. I'm looking forward to tasting it. And that is our juice for today, guys. So I'm going to get a glass. I'm going off camera. Aha! I have a glass over here. And I have a jar to put the extra juice in. Don't have my Pause with God juice glasses out today. All right, so we're going to stir that up. Look at the dark green that bok choy. Can y'all see that? Bok choy, pear, and 1 lemon. Whew, wait a minute, because I have one more little cluster of the bok choy, and I want to get it all in. Adorable. That was at the very top, or deep inside, and I did open it up and washed it all out, okay? And I will tell y'all, I'm going to come closer to the camera. Whew. When you clean your bok choy, you see those little dots in there? That's not dirt. That's just a part of the pigment, I guess, of that bok choy, okay? So don't scrub it, so much that you can't actually, you won't be able to enjoy the vegetable. All right, guys. This has been a wonderful episode to me. I like following the spirit of truth. So anyway, guys, it's just that thing between me and God. I guess y'all, some people want you to be serious all the time. I can't. It just won't do it. But anyway, here's our juice for today. Let's see. There we are. Let's see what it tastes like. This is very refreshing. I think the lemon in it gives it that fresh, tropical taste, I should say. But it's a very clean. There's nothing overpowering in it. It's just nice and fresh and a clean juice. So, guys, please juice. Please take care of yourself. Know that you are always on my mind. You're in my prayers. For those of you that I know personally, your name is on my prayer board. And so you go into prayer with me when I go into prayer. Because one of the things that I have learned, we should pray for one another. And that way we'll be happy for each other when one of us crosses over to whatever God has for us. And then when we all get to heaven, that'll be a day of rejoicing because we will know that we kept the faith, we became strong in the Lord, and we strengthened one another in the journey. God bless everybody. You have a great week, and I will see you on Friday. Bye, everybody.